Welcome, fellow Devil Hunters, to Chainsaw Man Chapter 101. In this chapter, we get the return of a beloved devil that we've all been asking for. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning as we see Asa trying to return the pair of shoes Yuko gave her, and after a wholesome moment between the two characters, Yuko suggests to Asa that they should go into town to look for devils after school. As the two hang out, they mention how Yoshida skipped school today, perhaps insinuating that he isn't as serious about joining the Devil Hunter Club, which is ironic because we all know not only is he a devil hunter, he's probably one of the best. When Asa asks Yuko why did she join the club, she responds that she can earn a lot of money, but more importantly that her parents got killed by a devil, which confirms two things. One, Yuko is not Denji, confirmed. Why was this a theory? I literally don't know why this was a theory. Okay, and the second one is, who is she the daughter most likely of? Kusakabe, which is, well, what I've been kind of insinuating from the beginning. And you know what? Whenever we get that exchange between Yuko learning that Yoshida was around when her father were tasked with the same international assassin's threat, that's going to be a nice conversation down the road. Yet when Yuko asks Asa why did she join, she responds that her parents were also killed by a character too. And this excites Yuko too because she responds, well, hey, this is gonna sound crazy, but we're like main characters in a manga. And listen, Yuko, maybe if you were in One Piece or something like Fairy Tail, that's gonna be okay. But sadly, when you're in a manga like Chainsaw Man, I don't think you want to be a main character whatsoever. If anyone can comment down below how many main characters were left by the end of Chainsaw Man Part 1, well, Yuko is going to be sadly disappointed here. Anyway, this stimulating conversation makes Yuko make her way to the restroom, and this is the moment where the War Devil emerges and speaks with Asa, telling her that they should kill Yuko because the remains of anyone the War Devil kills will now belong to them and can be turned into a weapon. But the more interesting revelation the War Devil added is that the more guiltier you feel about turning that person into a weapon, the powerful it becomes, with the War Devil saying, hey, you know what? Maybe let's hold off on killing Yuko right now because the deeper bonding connection you'll have with her throughout the series, the more powerful that weapon is going to become. Which one? Again, Yuko wants to be main character in Chainsaw Man. Okay, she is 1000% for sure going to die. But the question I wanted to ask you guys is Yuko going to die like a main character by protecting Asa or not protecting Asa? Obviously, Asa doesn't want to entertain any of this conversation, so her and the War Devil begin to bicker and fight amongst each other. The War Devil keeps on referring to Asa as girl, which annoys Asa, and then the War Devil, funnily enough, gets offended when Asa doesn't refer to her as the War Devil. So the War Devil tells Asa that if that name is difficult to use, then she can refer to the War Devil as Yoru, which I looked up the meaning in Japan, and what I found is that Yoru refers to evening or night. Ironically, how we were first introduced to the War Devil as the owl back in chapter 1 or in the beginning of Chainsaw Man Part 2. Soon after, there's a gentleman on the microphone asking everyone if they know the leading cause of death for Japanese people, and as he starts listing off all these statistics that 5 will die of old age, some will die from homicide, some will die from suicide, etc, etc. 7 out of the 20 people will die abruptly from devil attacks. Yuko and Asa are terrified when they run into the Bat Devil, which when you first see it, you're like, wait a minute, this isn't the Bat Devil that I know and love from Chainsaw Man Part 1. This one looks much more grotesque, much more vicious, angrier, and then the War Devil ends up telling Asa, so hey, listen, I got bad news on bad news. First of all, I can't transform into the War Devil when you're stricken by fear, and second of all, for as weak as the Bat Devil is, the War Devil strangely doesn't have the capacity to beat it in its current state. Which when you think about it, I guess that also parallels how weak Pochita was when Denji first encountered that. And I wonder now if the Four Horsemen slash Pochita, because they are in a higher tier ranked amongst all the devils, if their truest or biggest potential they can have is when again they're forming this symbiotic relationship with the partner, right? Much like in the hybrids are doing, much like in the way Yoru is now doing with Asa. Just something interesting I wanted to point out with that. But in Fujimoto and Chainsaw Man fashion, when Asa's like, slowly back away so I can transform, Yuko and Asa are like, nope, not today, and they start dashing towards it with the Bat Devil in sight, chasing the two of them, with Yoru now telling Asa, you are an idiot for not listening to me. What a great way to, one, introduce the Bat Devil, but theory time, theory time, theory time. I wonder in the same way that Aki saved Denji from the Leech Devil after his attack, with the Bat Devil. I wonder if this is what's going to happen, where someone will save Yoko and Asa from the Bat Devil, then we get a new pre-existing devil on the loose, and then it's Denji making his return that way. So we're gonna go with that theory. I'm not gonna say in the next chapter Denji is going to come out. Denji will come in chapter 103, 104, the latest. What nuances and memories is this Bat Devil going to have from the previous Bat Devil that we knew from part 1? They say their memories are pretty much wiped out, but I can't help but wonder if there's going to be fragments and little pieces that the previous Bat Devil, or that this Bat Devil might remember from the previous Bat Devil's lifetime, because this could be the introduction of how one of the main things we'll get in Chainsaw Man Part 2 is Denji trying to get back with power, because whenever he encounters that Blood Fiend / Blood Devil, how will that exchange play out? But the return of the Bat Devil is an interesting take. All in all, this new Bat Devil design is fun. And speaking of the Bat Devil, if you want to see how the Bat Devil and Denji face off in the beginning of Chainsaw Man Part 1, you're going to want to click on this video right here.